Good day, grade 12s. My name is Carden Madzokere. I'm the author and publisher of the Distinction Bound Student textbooks. They come in economics and business studies, and they are available from grade 10 to 12. They come in complete and no answers version. Okay, now in this particular video, I'm going to explain national account conversions. Okay, so this whole topic, or this whole unit, actually, not topic, the topic is circular flow. Okay, so under circular flow, this particular unit is national account aggregates and conversions. So I started this explaining what GDP is and the three methods of calculating GDP. And then I also explained, what did I explain? The markets, but the markets are not part of national account aggregates and conversions. Okay, so I'll leave that. Okay, so what I'm going to do to conclude this portion of circular flow, which is unit 3, I think, is I'm now going to explain, what do you call it? I'm now going to explain, I'm getting confused because this thing is telling me I need to stand up and exercise. And I'm not about to do that because I'm busy, right? Okay, so in this particular portion, I'm going to talk about conversions because it's national account aggregates. We talked about aggregates. We added things, then we got the aggregates. Okay, gross domestic product. So now we're going to talk about conversions. But you will see that some of the things we already talked about them. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is converting basic price factor cost to basic prices. So if you want to convert factor cost to basic prices, you add other taxes on production, you subtract other subsidies on production. Then you get GDP at basic prices. Then the next one is converting basic prices back to factor cost. Now, when you are converting back, you change the signs. Why? Why do we do that? If I ask you this question, how do you get from 9 to 11? You add 2, right? How do you go back to 9? If you're at 11, you subtract 2. So if what took you from factor cost to basic was adding other taxes on production and subtracting other subsidies on production, now if you have to go back, now you have to add other subsidies on production and subtract other taxes on production. Then you get GDP at factor cost. So that's it. How do we convert, let me say, factor cost to market prices? We add other taxes on production, we subtract other subsidies on production, we get GDP at basic prices. We add taxes on products, we subtract subsidies on products, we get GDP at market prices. Then next one, how do we go back? Same thing, we change the signs. So if we are at market prices, we want to go back to factor cost, we'll have to add subsidies on products. We subtract taxes on products. We get GDP at basic prices. We then add subsidies on production. We subtract taxes on production. We get GDP at factor cost. I think that's clear. What else do I want to convert? Okay, I'm going to convert gross domestic product, GDP, to gross national product. If we want to convert GDP to GNP, we add primary income from the rest of the world. We subtract primary income to the rest of the world. We get gross national product. What is the difference? Gross domestic product is the total market value of all final goods and services produced within the borders of a country over a specific period of time. Now, gross national product is the total market value of all final goods and services produced by citizens of a country. So where do we find citizens of a country? We find them in their own country. Some of them are outside the country. So if we have GDP and we want to get GNP, we add primary income from the rest of the world. We subtract primary income to the rest of the world. What we get is GNP. Okay, then how do we get the opposite? We subtract primary income from the rest of the world. We add primary income to the rest of the world. We go back to gross domestic product. Okay, I think those are my conversions. Is there any other conversion? I think I'm forgetting. If there isn't, yeah, I think that's all I had to convert. Like my YouTube videos. I also, this is TikTok. I also have a YouTube channel where I'm explaining all this in depth. There, I'm actually going through the notes. I'm explaining everything. Thank you guys. You've been so, so supportive, and I really appreciate. Thank you. God bless.